What's going on, guys? Jason of Auglitical here. I swim through the politics and relationships so you don't drown too. I'm just a man just trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. Mayor accused of raping drunken 16-year-old at pool party ordered morning after pill on DoorDash. I guess this is going to go into predators in the classroom, even though this is not specifically a teacher preying upon young men. And generally, I'm just gonna sit here and wait. There's a New York edition of the New York Times, and there's a California edition. Of New York. Oh, that's kind of cool. I guess you could switch them over. A disgraced small town mayor who was allegedly caught by her kids having sex with a drunken 16-year-old boy at a booze-fueled pool party ordered emergency contraception on DoorDash afterwards. Oh, she was playing fast and she was playing loose. Misty Roberts, the 43-year-old former leader of Tiny D Rada LA, what the hell is that? Oh, that's the place. Okay, is now on trial for third-degree rape over a 2024 alleged tryst after news spread of Roberts' uh, reputed romp with the teen in the town of 9,800, so just under 10,000. The mother of the victim, a friend of the defendant's son, texted the then mayor to ensure she was not pregnant. Mm. To which she replied she was on birth control, prosecutors told jurors last week. This is the thing, and I've noticed this. Generally, it's attractive women, right? And this is the thing that's kind of crazy, right? For the most part, it's attractive women. Put this as a thumbnail. It's attractive women who generally would not have a hard time getting probably a good 70%, upper 70% of the population of men. And instead, they choose to go after boys who are not even fully adults yet. And I'll level with you. I feel like it doesn't make you a monster to have thoughts of a younger individual, but you should wait. That's the difference, right? Between us being monsters and us being human. You can wait, right? You don't act on impulse, right? So if it, I don't, because I keep running into these stories, so I clearly can't just be like, oh, it's if it crosses your mind that you find somebody that you potentially want to have sex with, if they're already 16, just wait 2 years. You could just wait two. Am I like I'm trying to think about it in the most like and yeah, whatever, right? I'm trying to think about it in the most logical way, right? Or how about this? How about you mess with men that are your age? Or you could even mess with men who are 20 if you really like them. I don't I don't get it. I don't get it because they know the thing is that's so crazy about this is they know that they're getting cracked down on when it comes down, or maybe they're not. Maybe they don't think that they're gonna get caught because I'm pretty sure there are more than hundreds and thousands of stories of this going on that just doesn't get reported. But again, she was a mayor. She could have picked. She had a whole selection out of that 9,000, almost 10,000. She had a whole selection. She chose. Okay. Roberts then shared a screenshot of the exchange in a group chat with her friends, who urged her to take Plan B, an over the counter morning after pill. The DoorDash driver testified that he accepted a request from Misty C to purchase the emergency contraceptive and leave it at her front door. The driver told the court he recognized Roberts from trick or treating with his children at the home and later heard rumors about the allegations, which led him to believe the delivery was connected. Roberts told investigators in an interview played for jurors that he saw his mom having sex with his pal through a crack in the window, but later demurred in court and said he wasn't exactly sure what he saw that night. Yeah, one of the least concreting forms of evidence is visual, and that's why whenever you see something visual, you have to confirm it with another thing or have somebody else also see those things. See that, and even then, it's very that's your brain trying to protect yourself from being traumatized. That doesn't even sound like your friend. That sounds like one of the boys who's in your group, but not really your close friend because he. Okay. The son also texted his mom that night, realizing what was happening, and told her that his sister was crying, according to messages presented by prosecutors. He is 17. The son texted Roberts. Yeah, he didn't even know he didn't even know his own friend's age, meaning that that wasn't his close friend. The thing about boys is that, yo, we all won't know each other's name and be best friends, but we'll know each other's age, right? We can know everything about we can know everything about a person, right? How old, we can know everything about our friends, and we will barely know their first name. Guys are just weird like that. Officials later confirmed the boy was 16 at the time. Robert's daughter also took the stand while prosecutors played her interview with detectives, in which she said she saw her mom and the boy on top of each other that night. Yeah, Shorty just, I don't know if this was her first time. I wouldn't be surprised if she I wouldn't be surprised if she's done this many times. Especially when you get certain women that get some type of power, whether it be being a teacher or a babysitter or a mayor, it's something that clicks in their head, which they think that they can just take whatever that they want to take. And granted, generally, a lot of women, when they want something, even good women, right? If you Every time I've ever gotten with a girl, the girl was always aggressive about it, even the shy ones, right? It's something that clicks in their head. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they're trying to emulate the way men do it. I don't know what it is, but they go full aggressive and they're ruthless. They don't care if you have a girlfriend, if they like you. They don't care about any of that. They will do certain things. Maybe I'm bullshitting, but again, what I'm noticing is that when you have these women who have these things of power, and then when they get caught, it turns into Schroeder's victim, right? Where it's like, oh, they're a victim, but they're also empowered. It makes no sense to me. Officials later confirmed the boy was 16 at the time. Robert's daughter also took the stand. Duncan Clanton, Robert's ex-husband, testified Saturday that Roberts told him directly that she had sex with the minor at the kids. I'm sorry, and that the kids had caught them in the act. Clanton said his son later confirmed to him what she told him. Yeah, so the whole entire family turned on this woman, but I mean, that's just embarrassing, dog. And if this, and maybe what happened if she had a clean record, but when she gets drunk, she just turns into a whore. You should. What happened if that? See, I would actually feel bad. I would actually feel bad if she had a squeaky clean record. But cause some people are like that. Some people are like that. They get drunk and their personality shifts. I didn't think it was a real thing until a girl that I always liked that never tried to give me a chance. She was a little bit drunk and she was like, "Do you want to kiss me?" And I was like, "Yo, you got a boyfriend?" Nah, that's not the way I want to go about it. And she was like, "Well," she said something and it's just like she was like, "Do you think I won't remember this? X, Y, and Z." And I was like, "Yeah, well, that could be one, but two," I said, if I was going to do that as much as I would like to, not now." Right? There goes the good young Jason that had still had some potential. And what ended up happening? The next day, no, not the next day, the next time I seen her, or what should I say, eventually when it came back up that happened, because her and her boyfriend wasn't in a good position, she told me she didn't want to talk about it and she wants to forget about that. And I was like, oh, you fucking remember, you fucking, you was gonna use that as an excuse. And thank gosh I didn't take that pity bone, you know? Um, all right. Uh, All right. The court saw several messages exchanged between the divorced couple, including Clanton insisting that Roberts was a great mom and urging her to deny what happened if she approached at a town council meeting. "I can't keep hurting others, friends and family, nor knows I've done enough," Roberts soberly responded in one text. Yeah, okay, so look, she seems like as though she actually regrets what happened. Yo, there's a good chance that she just got drunk, and when she gets drunk, that whore comes out in her, right? She sees some young fucking dude and she's inebriated. Is that the proper word? I've never used that word before. But when she gets drunk, probably her lips get loose, glug, glug, and probably her legs open a little bit. And if that's the case, yo, could you imagine being with somebody who's damn near perfect? And I've heard about this, right? They're damn near perfect, but once they get drunk, You can't trust them. They turn into a completely different fucking. We've all heard those stories of people in relationships with somebody who they end up relapsing and getting drunk or whatever like that at a party and doing some crazy shit. She sounds like she's remorseful of it. Um, During cross examination, Clanton was asked if he agreed Roberts was a great mom, and he said no. Damn. In other texts shown in court, Roberts asked her son what kind of alcohol he and his friends wanted for the party. A member of the victim's friend group testified Saturday that a victim appeared drunk at the party, even vomited at one point. Roberts was dancing on the victim and flirting with him. Yeah, she plays it fast. She's a party girl. This is right here why I never accepted party girls as potential partners. I just wouldn't. And I know there's some people that go, oh well, you're not living life. That's why you're like no. That's one of the main reasons. You're mixing in alcohol with events where you're supposed to be social. No, no. Um, a photo seen by the jury showed Roberts at the party in her bikini, with the teen victim looking up at her and smiling. Mm, mm. The victim's friend said Robert's daughter told a group of teens that night she saw her mom and the minor making out by the pool. She said He said he later saw Roberts and the boy having sex. After Roberts and her alleged victim came downstairs, there was yelling and a big argument that following the pal testified. Days after, police launched an investigation into the alleged crime. Roberts, who was in her second term in office, resigned as mayor of D. I keep thinking that says of Diddy Dittler of D. Rittler, a city about 200 miles from the east of the Texas border. Listen, she seems like she has a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of thing. And in this case, normally I would just be kind of disgusted, but in this case, it's just like, well, no, because she also was asking about alcohol for before she was even drunk, right? Hey, if you really want to break it down, she knew, she knew. Come on now, now you destroyed your family. Congratulations. I mean, if they weren't divorced already, you know. I'm pretty sure if we look at these comments, it's gonna be a bunch of dudes talking about some. Oh, I wish that was me. It's amazing to me that so many here think this 43-year-old woman did nothing wrong and they would have worn it as a badge of honor. Unbelievable how immoral we have become. I would imagine that if their wives had committed this act with a teenage boy, they might see things differently. This woman destroyed her family and changed forever how that boy would see or view sexual relations. But our society is so dumb that these things today that the attitudes expressed here shouldn't have surprised me. Well, it's multiple things. It's not just guys seeing it as nothing been done wrong. It's not just guys who sits there and makes jokes about it. You have people, especially women, who sit there and they ignore this. You know how many times how can I put this as simply as possible? You got your decent grade women who sit there and they're intertwined with whores, and so you have a whore teacher and she'll push a decent. If you okay, let me put it to you like this. Women, especially women who are friends, talk about everything. If you really think a lot of these girls who are pedophiles, who are fucking these young boys, their girlfriends don't know, you would be shocked. Not only would they know, they would also be also sitting there joking and encouraging it. So again, miss me with that bullshit. If you seriously really think this was just completely on the hush hush, especially when you see about these women, the way that they do it, that they're pretty much out in the open. They didn't care. These women don't care because they don't think that they can get in trouble because women get away with almost everything. Listen, dog, let's be real here. Every single story that we've been running across, when you got these female predators in these classrooms, that's the playlist that this is going in. You have these women, not only fucking one individual, they're fucking multiple. They're trying to run gangbangers. They're making out in pools, taking kids upstairs, knowing damn well there's multiple eyes on them. Right? They don't care, and even when they're done with it, they still don't care. And you think that that's just men letting them get away with that? No, stop it. I'm an 82-year-old, and I recall vividly that I would have gladly tapped that 43-year-old mare when I was 16 years old in 1960. And I would have, and so would every 16-year-old boy I ever knew back then. That's not true. See, that's not true. Not every young man would find that situation pleasing. There's a lot of young men who they would be overwhelmed by a situation like that, and they would get nervous, and it would fuck with them. What are you talking about? Sadly, 91 likes. What's wrong with women these days? As a 63-year-old female, I can't wrap my brain around why these younger generations of women would even think and let alone desire a kid in that way. This is so sick, and I hope she and any other women who would do something like this gets the hardest penalty she can from the course bestowed upon her. A little bit of jail justice, and from the other oh damn, you trying to get the girl beaten up? Alcohol and lots of it. I need her address. In my day, this would have been a badge of honor. Yeah, because you're a whore. That's why. See, that's the thing, right? It's one thing, dog. Are they really stopping people from looking at comments on the New York Post now? That's crazy, dog. This is the reason why a lot of these sites people start going to other sites for this type of stuff now. That's crazy. Let me find out. I'm gonna stop going. If this is the case, I'm gonna stop going to these sites for these type of stories and stuff like this. Listen. It could be alcohol. Maybe when alcohol's on the brain, she ain't thinking right. You know what I'm saying? It could be. It's possible. It's not impossible. Again, I don't understand. You have a generally attractive woman, even in her 40s, right? Like as though 40 is like the cutoff point. It's not. But you got a generally attractive woman who has somewhat of a power. She could literally passively aggressively get 70% of the men in her proximity. And she's going after young boys. I mean, fucking wait, just wait. We see. Listen, I've known women who would give just enough of a trail to a young man, right? Right? Just enough that soon as that boy turns 18, right? Why would you sit there? You knew, and you're a mayor too. It's so stupid. So dumb. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.